Hey guys, Nick here again, back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 7 mid-season premiere called Rock in the Road. And I was so excited for this episode, and obviously I decided to dress for the occasion. And so yeah, it's back, and honestly, I loved this episode. It had some truly awesome moments in it. Now, this review may contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen it yet, don't watch. But, my number one thing about this episode that I noticed is that Rick and his group, they took their show back. The first half of the season was pretty much all about Negan. And here, like, Rick and everybody, they're fighting back. They're ready to be front and center again. Like I said in one of my previous videos, they're the ones front and center in all the promos, and Negan's barely in any of them. Negan wasn't actually in this episode. It was just his voice over the radio twice. That was it. Although we made him count for sure. So let's start about the couple things in this episode. First of all, Gregory. He is just so wonderfully unlikable. Like, Xander Berkeley plays him phenomenally. Like, it really takes talent to be that obnoxious. It really does. Like, oh my god, I was dying laughing when the regular group were trying to convince him to help them. Like, he sarcastically asked them a question, they start answering, he just goes, "Rhetorical!" I was cracking up laughing at that. That was so funny. Just further showed that he's a terrible leader. But he's not the only over-the-top leader in this episode, because we also got to see Ezekiel again. I mean, he even took it up a notch from the last time he was here. Like, "Jesus, I welcome you back to the kingdom," or whatever it was he said. It was just so dramatic, but it worked. Like, that's who Ezekiel is, and that's what I like about him. And what I also like about him is that, very much unlike Gregory, he's a good leader. Like, he's actually looking out for his people. Granted, they both declined to help, but Ezekiel was less of a jerk about it. He's like, "I do not want to put my people in danger, but I am sympathetic to your plight." That's my best Ezekiel impression. I know, it's not great. But I mean, that's what I liked about Ezekiel in this episode. We got to see that he is a true father to his people. Like, he's fair, and he's kind, and he's looking out for them. He wants to keep everybody safe, and I really respect that. And I understand why he doesn't want to get involved. And I do admire that he was willing to take Daryl in, because it'd be the only safe place for him, all things considered. And, fair enough, that was the right move, because Saviors found out he escaped and came back and turned Alexandria upside down again. And once again, they seem to be going out of their way to just be total jerks. Like, "Daryl might be hiding under this small lamp table. Let's flip it over." "Oh, nope, he's not under there, but we had to be sure." They're so unnecessarily cruel. I don't know, it makes it easy to root against them. Particularly since this little group did not have Negan or Dwight in it, but it just had Simon. Like I said, Negan and Dwight are pretty important. Simon, he can go. And I think he will. Like I said before, I think he's going to go this season. Negan and Dwight are safe. And I do like Simon. Like, he's played by Stephen Ogg, who also played Trevor in Grand Theft Auto 5, one of the three protagonists, the crazy one, the crazy protagonist in a Grand Theft Auto game. What does that tell you? And he very much like him on The Walking Dead as well. And he fits in with Negan's group perfectly. He's just as dramatic and cruel and condescending, but like in a joking way. Yeah, I like Simon, but he's gonna go. He's totally gonna go, and it's gonna be beautiful. He's one of those characters you can't wait to see die. Kind of like Gregory, in a way. But, right now, let's talk about the best moment, not only of the episode, but of the season so far. In fact, this is a contender for best moment ever on the show. It's at least the best zombie kill they've had in years. And it's not even a zombie kill, it's a zombie massacre. They get to a highway, and the Saviors have rigged a trap with dynamite and a couple of the RPG rockets that used to be theirs. Like, that one, they were just taking their stuff back. But yeah, they take the dynamite as well, and they're getting ready to leave, but then there's a herd showing up, so they have to move quick. And then the herd's right on them, and Rick and Michonne... I don't know who on the staff came up with this, but I hope he or she got a huge pay raise. Because Rick and Michonne take... Because the dynamite was attached on a wire, and the wire was attached to 2 cars. So they got all the dynamite off. Rick and Michonne got in each of the cars and drove right at the herd, and the like reinforced steel wire just shreds them. I mean, it was like the ultimate clothesline. And on Talking Dead, Chris Hardwick called it slicecapades. Like, that's the best word for it, really. I can't think of anything better than that. Oh my god, it was so amazing. Like, it was just so beautiful. It was so well done. It looked real. I almost wept at the beauty of the carnage in that scene. I really did. I'm not exaggerating. It was beautiful. I know that extreme violence is a weird thing to call beautiful, but The Walking Dead, it has a way of pulling it off. And it certainly did. Certainly did in the most recent episode. Oh, man. So, yeah, that was the absolute best moment of the episode. If I were to say one... If I were to have one complaint about the episode, I guess it'd be that there were a couple of slow spots. I mean, it wasn't like anything bad was happening, and it was just, just kind of nothing really going on. Like, stuff that could have been dropped, I suppose. But I mean, like I said, none of it was bad. None of it was badly done. It was just kind of unnecessary. And then there's also I don't know what Gabriel's up to. I don't know. Like, the whole episode, that was just gnawing at the back of my mind. I'm like, Gabriel, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. Whatever Gabriel's up to, that might be a discussion for another video. I don't even think I'll get into that. As well as why the F is Rick smiling at the end of the episode. I mean, I got a couple ideas on that, so I think I'll do 2 separate videos talking about those. But yeah, that's what I thought about this episode. It was so creative. It was so fun to watch. All the characters were fun to watch. And like just the whole thing, it felt like The Walking Dead. It felt like the kind of craziness that the show is capable of. I mean, obviously Ezekiel, just in general, is just crazy enough for this world. And then, of course, the slicecapades, which was just a thing of disgusting beauty. Like, this is what the show is best at. Like, it is mostly about... In fact, it's almost entirely about how people react to the zombie apocalypse. That's really what the show is about, at the end of the day. But once in a while, they do remind you that they are zombies. This isn't a real world. And we're just going to go crazy. We're just going to do whatever we want. It doesn't have to fit into any, like, real logic, any realism. It's just Rick and Michonne taking a car and clotheslining several hundred walkers with it. Like, that right there. Hashtag relationship goals. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'd probably give this episode a 9. It had a lot of really awesome moments. All the characters were great. Just a few slow spots. But I'm glad the show's back, and I'm looking forward to next week. And I will, of course, be back talking about that. And I'll make a couple of videos talking about what I think is going on, both with Gabriel and with this new group that just showed up. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's going to happen next for the show this season. Alright, so that'll do it for this video today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.